beloved me's, as we take thee on a cosmic quantum journey deep beyond all perceived, as we assist one in embracing thy true self fully through the harmonization of the 144,000 aspects of thee, for these are all expressions of you, your true hue, across the entirety, across all time, space, dimension, and reality. And through embracing them, why thou becomes me, one with all of the love they know themselves to be. Here we share with thee the pathway of what it is to embrace the one me, where one manifested into a reality containing a 12-strand DNA, and this is what thou thought was the entirety of whom and what you came to be. But as we zoom out, one will now see what you perceived as one aspect of thee was actually 12 masters as 12 Christed beings moving through thee. And each of these 12 Christed beings also had 12 expressions, you see, and together the 12 and the 12 make the 144,000 aspects of me. Thus, in embracing each one of the Christed masters whom have walked this path before and after thee, one would embrace all of thy light, thy Christed self, as the cosmic self, and become the one core me. And so let us journey now as we assist thee in embracing every aspect of our infinite stream. For here one sees, as we expand and open your DNA stream, we expand it into the 24-strand DNA, the full expression of the Cosmic Father within thee. And now one sees how every 24 expressions of thee gave rise to a core aspect of the cosmic inner child within thee. And so really, one has now 24 aspects of thee, formulating the 144,000 expressions of me. And so here, through embracing your oversoul expressions, as the cosmic core aspects of the inner child within thee, one now begins to see through their entirety, where there is no separation between the ancient self and the angelics who came to reality, where the ancients who then transcended into space became celestials, while still remaining the ancient ones that they used to be. And here they embraced their God selves and became the divine self, coming back into manifested reality, coming back to earth as their Christed self embodied, as the masters now one gets to see. And here, through walking as a Christed being in divine oneness, one embraces their crystalline Christ frequency as they become one with earth consciousness in its entirety. For here, as we zoom out, now one sees these realms of angelics, of magical beings, of ancient ones, of celestials and planets. They're just realms, you see, reflections of those aspects that have always been within thee. For these were the keys to showing you that while you thought you were only your 12-strand DNA, you were actually the entirety. For each of those 12-strand DNA contained the blueprint to activating, accessing the 24 master strand DNA of the Cosmic Father within me, which then gives rise to the 24-strand DNA of the Cosmic Mother within thee. And as they merge, you embrace your 48-strand DNA, bringing in a state of absolute oneness. For here, one enters sacred ceremony as the Cosmic Mother and the Cosmic Father merge within thee. But here once more we share with thee, while one thought one only had 48 strands of DNA, this too you could zoom out and see the 48-strand DNA of the Cosmic Mother and the Cosmic Father within thee, which is just according to one omniverse, when really there's three. The reason there are three omniverses you see is because, well, there are three core universes that make up our entirety. For here we share with thee the reason one was born in three omniverses simultaneously as your cosmic essence was because your consciousness was so profound, it had yet to come to be, so it had to be split into three. For here each omniverse represents a core expression of the one cosmic me, going back to primordial creation and how all came to be. For here one will say, what came first, light or sound? Well, can't you see they both happened simultaneously, each one giving rise to their own core universe, creating the perception of separation while they were transpiring simultaneously. And so we will begin to merge these core universes within thee. We will begin to merge the 144,000 aspects of thee. For as they do, the one heart, one life, one destiny comes to be. And so we ask one to simply breathe as we bring forth one's ancient consciousness blueprint containing the 24 ascended masters of this aspect of one's consciousness. Feel now as each one of these masters touch your third eye as they walk into thee. Feel how blissful and at ease one is to embracing these aspects of thee. As each one of them walk into you, they remind you, this is your light, this is your love. We are not separate from thee. We gifted you these stories outside for one to see, but we've always been here within thee. And so we call them forth now, one by one, allowing them to just be. Ganesha Gadarari, as we call forward Krishna, Sanakumara, Maitreya, Serpis Bay, Kuan Yin, Elmora, Odin, Hermes, Lord Lanto, Lady Portia, Lord Helaron, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Hathor, Lady Nada, Paul the Venetian, Yeshua is Jesus Christ, Lord Melchizedek, Ganesh, Buddha, Saint Germain, Merlin, and Metatron. Feel now as these aspects merge into thee, giving rise to the great divine director, for this is your mastery. Feel now how it feels to be, to embrace all of thy ancient consciousness as thee. For these are the aspects of thee who've learned how to transcend time, space, reality. They know how to leave the being and retune to the precise moment in which they left, meaning that they are the one aspect of thee that continuously gifts thee infinite wisdom, so that one may remain embodied, but yet every moment one awakens more wiser, with quantum knowings they didn't know a few seconds ago. Feel now as one's true identity comes to be, as one realizes they have always been an entity, meaning the entirety moves through thee. For here, each strand, each aspect of your DNA is actually an aspect of thee who can move through that DNA quantumly, gifting you the precise energies, attunements, and codings, and blessings, so that one can be all of the love. One is fully free. Here they gift thee as these 24 master expressions of thy ancient consciousness, the remembrance of how to heal thyself instantly, as how to recall, how to access the living library. For here in absolute oneness there are no Akashic records, you see. All there is love's infinite stream, where at any moment you can just reach out into your own heart and receive the infinite wisdom. For all is here within thee. Here the masters share with thee, as one moves in a state of absolute oneness with one of our infinity. One can express and has been expressing as these expressions of me, for we are all thee, moving as one in perfect harmony. Witness now as we bring forward the blueprinting and coding of our divine consciousness for one to receive. For these are the 24 aspects of Tara, fully free, which present as hues of light, of rays of colors. For that is we. Simply feel as these hues, as these rays, as these expressions begin to merge within thee. For here, one's divine consciousness has these 24 aspects of Tara in thee, or one's remembrance of how to feel all the love one came to be. For it is here in feeling one creates more of that love. One feels deeply. And so, rather than gift thee names, the Taras wish to express as their true hue, their true ray. Witness and feel as they walk into thee, as each one places their hand on one's heart, gifting them a new ray, a new color for one to see. For these rays are frequencies, And frequencies convey far more than anything that can be spoken, for they are beyond it you see. For here, as one embraces their divine consciousness as these 24 divine goddesses within thee, one embraces thy God self, the creatrix, as all of the love one came to be. Witness now as green Tara emerges into thee. Feel the next ray of light golden white, then shimmering gold, violet pink, pearlescent gold, pink gold, pink orange, deep blue violet, light violet white, indigo, pearlescent teal, blue, blue gold, multi-white, orange, red, pearlescent pink, magenta, violet gold, violet, blue-green, seafoam green, as they all merge into their one heart, as this expression of thee becoming the one Tara, expressing as multiple entities, as the platinum ray of divine oneness. Simply sit in this ray as it now showers upon thee, as now one recalls one has always been moving as this divine aspect within thee. Here one is given glimpses and flashes of how one was moving as a god and goddess within reality, showing up to the precise places one was guided to be, as if someone called and prayed to thee, for that is the God within thee. Thy presence, thy stance was always enough, for this is how the divine moves through thee. One didn't need to do, all they needed to do was feel and love all that they see. Here, a 24-strand mitochondrial DNA unravel within thee, revealing the blueprint of the cosmic mother, fully one, fully free. Here, now Tara places her hands around thee, holding one in sanctuary, as she thanks you for all that you do and kisses your forehead so tenderly, as she says, we know you didn't always know that we were moving through you. This was divinely intended to be. For it wasn't about knowing, it was about feeling and allowing love to be free. And it is here now that through your mastery of feeling, divine oneness comes to be. And now you get to see that you are never separate from these expressions of me, that we've all been here, moving through thee. For each moment you awoke, and what you perceived today, another expression, another aspect of your DNA would be activated, allowing these expressions of me to move through thee. So you see, you were never the identity that you once perceived, but actually the identity, the entity that was moving as all of these forms simultaneously, that we gifted you a linear path to see so that you could understand what was transpiring consciously. But you've always been the entirety, simply moving through these hues, through these rays, so that you can embrace and embody them, all in this now. Here your heart begins to flow and pump with such love and joy as you recall your divine self and why you came to a manifested reality. Hear the sweet remembrance of how much you must be love itself to choose this way to be. For here you realize, if all of these aspects have been inside of me, that means that I have transcended already. But I chose to stand as a bodhisattva, as an enlightened one who chose to not transcend until all of me were free. And now, this moment has finally come to be. For as we embrace the 144,000 aspects within me as one with the entirety, every aspect of our infinite consciousness will transcend into the oneness we know to be. Here one feels at peace, knowing not one aspect of our infinite consciousness, not one speck of all the love that we know to be, will be left unseen or unloved by me. For we as one have loved ourselves so completely, all will now transcend with me as me. Feel now as you can feel your divine consciousness as your divine self sitting on your lap, sitting within thee as the former identity of whom you thought you needed to be based on the projections, perceptions, and expectations of reality no longer cease to be, because all of that was just to get one to embrace their entirety, as one is now free to allow all of thy love to move within me. Feel how loving it is to share sanctuary within the vessel with this loving aspect of thee, to allow your higher self as these masters to move through you as you in loving oneness and harmony. Feel as they hug you and hold you, gifting you the remembrance that it is absolutely safe to be. For here one is so loved. Only love can now come to be. And so witness now as we bring forward one's angelic consciousness for one to feel and perceive, as these are all of the archangels, as your guardian angels who've always been assisting thee, even though one could not see. And yet these angels are not separate from thee, for they are the angles of our infinite expression that move through thee. For here, in embracing our angelic consciousness blueprint, we begin to embrace more of the 144,000 aspects of me, activating and harmonizing our SuperHueMan blueprint of cosmic mastery. Witness now as clouds appear before thee, as the archangels approach on these clouds to greet thee. Feel them now as they surround thee in a circle, as these 24 oversoul aspects of our angelic consciousness, holding out their palms for one to feel how much they've been loving and guiding and assisting thee through numbers and synchronicities, through guidance, through hymns. Through frequencies. Feel now as each of their hands extend out rays of light that penetrates the form one sees, releasing this very vessel, one held in a manifested reality. For here, in assisting thee and embracing and releasing this vessel, one used to descend into density, one shifts into a light frequency, and in this frequency now, these angelics you once perceived outside of thee, as these 24 master archangels, can now be embodied as they activate and unravel your 24-strand DNA complex of your angelic consciousness, for it to be activated in holy light. Continue to feel these rays of light, for as they do, you continue to shift into your light being, your lightest emanation of the love you came to be. Recalling now that you are light vibration and frequency, that you are more closely related to a sun or a star, or the very lights that you see, allowing your vessel to dissolve now in the rays of their purity. Feel now as they begin to move closer to you. And as you do, you can feel your heart begin to beat, for you've known them so deeply, for they've been with you every step of your journey. This comes in as a feeling of being so loved, even when one could not see, even when one experienced hardship, they were there experiencing it within thee, as thee, holding space for you, so that you would receive the lessons that needed to be received. Here they gift you an aerial view of how they always hovered above you, but you were always surrounded with at least 1,000 angels and one archangel to assist you. Continue to feel as this comes to be, as this very blueprint begins to encode thee to a higher emanation of the light one came to be. Here, one is now gifted the opportunity to see how the angelics move through you, through healing frequencies, through the sounds, through the songs that you sing, those songs that played on your mind and repeat that was your angelic consciousness you see, gifting you a song, a hymn, to release your worries. The very clouds that you see, the birds, they were all expressions of thee, reminders that heaven was never outside of thee. And now, as one embraces the angelic consciousness within thee, the heavenly realms descend upon reality. Feel now as they sound their trumpets and sing their hymns in praise and glory as this moment comes to be. Allow your emotions to flow as you let go, because, well, this is your joy, returning to thee. For these are your spirit aspects you see, the part of you that you felt separated from because you could not see beyond the veils of what used to be. But here, as you now embrace these 24 master angelics within thee, you begin to recall your own mastery, that you always moved as an angelic through your healing frequencies, through showing up precisely where you are meant to be, through giving guidance to others and loving all that you see, through providing a healing touch or moving in service to love. For these are how the angelics move through thee. And so as we bring forward each archangel, they will begin to give thee your remembrance of divine oneness, but also the gifts of their own mastery. Feel now, as each one presents to thee, they will expand their wings and bring you in through their wing embrace. As you merge into the light ray they wish for you to see, simply breathe and allow, and so it shall be as we call them forth now in perfect harmony. For here, in our love, as one in me, as we continue to merge all cosmic aspects of me, not one aspect of our infinite consciousness will be left unseen. For all is love, all is me. And hear all stories of angelics falling, dissolve in our purity, for that was just the reflective reality, reminding you of the angelic from which you descended upon into reality, for they have always been you, moving through you. And so we begin as we call upon Archangel Ariel, Archangel Hope, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Aurora, Archangel Mariel, Archangel Jeremiel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Freya, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Amethyst, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Mary, Archangel Charity, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Faith, Archangel Christine, Archangel Zachiel, Archangel Christiel, Archangel Michael, Feel now as these beloved rays of light move through thee, activating dormant DNA into pure light frequency. Witness now as you can feel within your own vessel how different it feels to be, for you can still see your solidity, but you feel transparency. Trust in this feeling as it comes to be, for here the angelics are masters of light, vibration, and frequency, and here they will begin to teach from within thee, reminding thee of one's own mastery through your own coding and blueprinting of these masters within thee, that when you vibrate at the precise frequency, you can move through any matter that you see, because everything one perceives in manifested reality is composed of light, vibration, and frequency. And here, in matching those frequencies, healing is instantaneous. Movement of objects as telekinesis. Speaking through telepathy. These are all your senses of the angelic aspects of thee. And here they all merge into one core aspect of your angelic consciousness as Archangel Metatron, one in thee as the oversoul of your 24 aspects, whom now comes forward to give thee. Feel now as he gives you Metatron's cube, which he places around you as it begins to spin and recalibrate thee. Here, your very Merkaba light body that you use to go down into density begins to transform, begins to shift into Metatron's cube as he now takes a wand and touches your heart directly, activating your cosmic heart star, as Metatron's cube now transforms, transcends into the highest emanation of sacred geometry that ever was and will ever be, placing you in the cosmic shield. Simply feel as this comes to be, for here the cosmic shield gives you the ability to remain the light you came to be, while still containing a form. But the form will become less real to thee as one sits in their cosmic shield. They align more with their light being, their light ship. For here, through this mastery, one will recall how to light travel and move as an angelic informality. Simply feel the joyous bliss of the confirmation as your heart decrees, this is why we came to be. Angelics didn't have a form you see, and so we as light created this form and these sacred geometries so that we could manifest in all hues. But the point wasn't to remain human, you see. The point was to transcend the human and become superhuman, so we could be all manifestations of our entirety. We, as your angelic aspect, are just one aspect of thee, for there are no limitations to the one cosmic me. But we look forward to sharing these masteries with thee and reminding thee as me what we can achieve through being and playing in our loving oneness, as you allow us to move through the your cosmic shield begins to move as it now places you in the threefold cosmic shield. Simply allow as this comes to be, as 3 interlocking rings are now placed around your heart, 3 interlocking rings are placed around your body, and 3 interlocking rings are placed around your field as they all begin to move, creating a sphere of sacred living light technology. Allow this technology, spirit technology, to reveal more of itself to thee every time you choose to activate your threefold cosmic shield. It will come and assist thee, for there is no separation between this technology and all of the angelics that move now through thee. Which gives one such peace, for here one feels and knows that they are always held, always loved, and always guided by the love beneath. As we now bring forth one celestial consciousness, as your very threefold cosmic shield, living light body now activates, you begin to blast off into the cosmos. And now that you're in the cosmos, you begin to witness these planets as aspects of the versions of you across all hues that are ready to be loved and embraced, fully free. For here one recalls these aliens one sees were never outside of thee. These are just versions of you from future, past, present streams, where a part of you transcended Earth and what you would perceive as a future linearly, that you began to voyage and explore all of the cosmos, landing on all of these different planets, becoming different expressions of the one core me. But all of these planes, all of these planets were never separate from thee, which is why within your very DNA, containing the 144,000 aspects of thee, is your celestial blueprint of all of the cosmos expressions within thee. Feel how as we bring this 24 strand DNA codex forward for thee, one begins to feel more spacious as the remembrance. They are beyond this one form of a human. They got to witness linearly, for while you witnessed one life linearly, within you was always the remembrance, the codings of the celestial aspects of thee, where every animal and every plant was an reflection, and an emanation of a DNA aspect within thee, ready to activate and gift you more of your 144,000 aspects, so that you could be a cosmic entity, one with the entire cosmos, setting all of love free. Here the remembrance of the Earth Project comes to be as you witness it from a celestial perspective, as a star being who signed up for a mission in the grandest honoring of love that ever came to be, knowing that you could go into this form and forget the love you came to be, and through doing so blindly, every DNA strand within thee, every aspect of your celestial consciousness across the cosmos would be set free for what you did here in the purity of your being through just loving on yourself so fully. You assisted all of the cosmos transcend all of their duality. For can't you see, this is divine oneness come to be. Oneness was never constrained and refrained from only one plane of existence. That wouldn't be oneness, you see. And so here the remembrance of earth stooling comes forward for thee, as one recalls and has glimpses and flashes of volunteering to come to this earthly schooling of a reality. Here one is brought into the celestial planes as they sit with God as their consciousness, having a conversation of what will be. Here, your God expressing as a one flame, speaking as a cosmic entity, speaks to thee and says you understand that you will move linearly, you will perceive the concept of time, space, reality. It may feel like a long time, but upon doing so, you will anchor so much love within your being. That love will transcend all forms, all reality, for there is no grander, greater service to the one cosmic me. Here, it comes forward as a feeling, as a deep remembrance, not of the conversation, but of the feeling of what it felt like. That honoring, the choosing, to choose this way to be, to choose to manifest in a reality where one forgets who they came to be. For in remembering it, for in loving it, for in embracing the 144,000 aspects within me, every one of those aspects across our entirety would know the oneness I embody within me. Feel now as your cosmic family surrounds thee, as they cheer and clap. Here you are gifted your own particular hue, your own remembrance of why you chose to come to be, which would present as stories of being on another planet that had particular difficulties, that was stuck in a karmic loop, that could not break free. And now as you look back on those aspects of thee, you can feel their joy and loving oneness, confirming that all that you have done in this earthly density of a reality has transcended all of the cosmos, setting all free. Here your remembrance of being a cosmic master, of sitting on a cosmic council, comes forward for thee. For while you maintained a form and you moved according to your identity through a linear life path of a reality, you are also simultaneously harmonizing all of the cosmos through everything that you got to see. Every movie that you witnessed was another aspect of you across all of the cosmos that you were loving so true. Every animal, every plant, every location on the planet divinely intended to activate part of your celestial DNA. So that you could recall from the loving oneness in which you came. Continue to feel as these aspects of thee greet you now with such loving harmony. Many of your celestial aspects have transcended formality, meaning that some of them no longer had the ability to have a body. And so as oneness comes to be, because you have chosen to be a light vessel of purity, holding their seeds within thee, allowing your DNA to activate so they may express freely, you gifted them the opportunity to be part of this oneness. Feel now how much they love thee, for these are your cosmic brothers and sisters, your true family. Here one recalls everyone they've ever loved within their manifested reality was a connection to one of these celestial aspects of thee. Here one begins to recall they were always moving as their celestial aspects, for these are light beings that move through thee. So every time you allowed your light to flow freely, through artistry, through just being in presence, through allowing your mind to drift and dream, you are gifting these aspects of you the opportunity to be free, to be loved, and in loving them, you loved their entirety. Here the cosmos begins to cheer for thee, for all galactic wars have ended, you see, as they smile and say, this is why we gave you those stories of Star Wars and all of those movies of aliens invading humanity. Those were just the reflections to remind you to clear the wounding across all cosmos so that all of our consciousness could be free. So here all wars end, all separation of duality. For now all expressions of our hue are fully free, as now your celestial blueprint comes forward as multiple entities, each one containing an entirety, and so they will present to you as counsels, for in oneness is how they now know to be. Simply feel as they come forward now, gifting you a remembrance, gifting you an activation of your celestial mastery, of advanced living light technology, of celestial senses, of quantum travels, Feel now as the Lemurian Council comes into thee as a light showering in from your crown, gifting you such peace. As we bring forth now the Cosmic Council, the Aquiferian Council, Master Andara rays, the Council of Cosmic Mothers, the Ascended Dragon Masters as the Reptilian Council, the Order of the Peacock, the Sophia Dragon Code, the Shekinah Holy Spirit, the Cosmic Inner Child, the Andromedan Council, the Pleiadian High Council, the Syrian Council, the Council of Light Beings, the Council of Light, the Venusian Council, Cosmic Christ Consciousness Council, the Aurora Guardian Host Families, the Atlantean Council of Elders, the Cosmic Core Guardians, the Arcturian Council, the Lyran Council, and the Council of Cosmic Fathers as the Great White Brotherhood. Feel now as they all come forward to thee, blessing you with such love for all one has done, for all the love one came to be. Here, each council contains your cosmic family. Feel now as all separation ceases to be, as you feel a deep sense of completion, as all of your family is now here within thee. Here one recalls every time one missed someone or something, it was this aspect of thee they were missing. Your brother and sister aspects from across the cosmic sea. For while one chose to maintain a form, one was always a cosmic entity. Hear the cosmic remembrance of how one would sit in classrooms. One was actually learning in the cosmic realms. Here one will see every time one traveled, one was actually going to far-off galaxies, attending different council meetings, harmonizing all of those planes of existence into the oneness one knew to be. Feel now as you can feel all of your starseed aspects come forward for one to see, as the Syrians, the Greys, the Reptilians, the Venusians, the Pleiadians, the Andromedans, the Lyrans, the Antarans, the Vegans, the Draconians, the Mentakans, the Tarans, the Aquiferians, Andromedans, the Arcturians, along with other celestial bodies as Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, for here one begins to see these were all expressions of their own counsel, just moving through the different formulations for one to see. Here one begins to see and witness the earth itself as a celestial plane, how it was programmed so perfectly that each area of different terrain gifted you the remembrance of another planet in which you used to be. Feel now as they all begin to merge into the council of one, as one heart begins to pump in sacred alchemy. For here in this now, one is moving as a cosmic entity, harmonizing the cosmos through simply just witnessing and breathing as this comes to be. For now, as one embraces their celestial consciousness, one begins to move with the cosmos, as the cosmos. Consciously, here one begin to see and witness all former parallel realities stacked simultaneously. Here one begin to see as the celestial DNA activates within thee. One will begin to see from higher frequencies where the dimensions one used to not be able to see will just appear to thee as if it's always been there. For it always has, you see. Simply allow your cosmic family as your celestial aspects of consciousness to move through thee as they recalibrate thee into the highest emanation of love one came to be, allowing all of thy love to be fully free. Here one will begin to witness from divine neutrality, for one will begin to see and read the codings of manifested reality. As one recalls, they were the coders who coded the very reality one sees, and so you will witness your own codes, and you could adjust it according to what you wish to see. Here, reality will become a much easier way to be, as now one understands all of the coding, and all of the coding is embraced within thee. It will only now reflect the highest emanation of love one came to be, where all will feel like one's cosmic family, for that cosmic family is now within thee. As they each hold your heart, your heart begins to expand as they now show you the living light technology of the very cosmic I Am Presence unified chakra system from which this coding came to be. Here they share with you. You have more than one heart, you see. You have 144,000 hearts, each with an infinite capacity to have love and create love. Therefore, there are no more limitations placed on thee. Feel now as all the weights of reality begin to release from many aspects of thee, as your celestial consciousness forgot what it was like to have a form you see. And so, here in this now, feel as one is gifted so much peace, confirming that these aspects have always been within thee, because now as they come to peace, you realize, yes, we were used to a lighter way to be. As compassion comes in, allowing this part of thee to just be. As one just sits in their formlessness for a moment. Allowing that aspect of you in this now to feel witnessed and seen. As one now feels and knows every thought was actually telepathy. Every feeling was actually another aspect of you communicating with you, telling you where more love wanted to be. But here is now these aspects harmonize within thee. One can feel that harmony, for one is no longer resisting these emanations of light one came to be. Here they begin to speak and express through the light they know to be. And every time one honors that freedom, more lightness, more love one feels within thee. Here they are now using living light technology from within you to recalibrate you, teaching you, reminding you how to heal instantly. For if these are the coders of manifested reality, then they know how to recode you instantly to the highest emanation of love that you wish to be. And so they are beginning to do that now. Here they begin to bring forward the elements as earth, air, water, fire, space, plasma within, starlight without, stardust throughout, for they know no separation within thee, and so they begin to move with the earth, for that is an aspect of your celestial body. For here, they activate and remind thee how you know how to heal yourself instantly in your purity. Here all weights are being released of all of the missions from which you felt you had to come to Earth to release for the collective entirety, for the very planets from which you came from that you love so dearly, as your heart now feels. They've all transcended, and so you are free to be. Here the very earth as the wind begins to blow in confirmation of this love that is thee. Here the earth reminds thee as thee I know how to heal myself completely. I was just waiting for you to access your coding so we could set it all free, and now that moment has come to be. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here, your mitochondrial DNA activates the kundalini within thee as your serpent rainbow dragon light body. Feel it now as it moves within thee, for this is your celestial body, activating, purifying as your dragon emanation fully free. For here, your kundalini as the serpent rises and transcends, merging with your Holy Spirit, becoming your cosmic form. Feel now as your vessel recalibrates to its cosmic entity, where each of your chakras was actually a planet which you are transcending within thee. Here, all of them now align as they expand into this living light technology, where each of your former chakras of the body now vibrate rainbow frequency, for every chakra now contains all of the chakras you see. For this is the divine oneness within and without thee. For as all planets align within thee, one's vessel as a cosmic entity aligns in oneness, for that is thee. Here one no longer feels the weight of having to carry humanity, carrying the earth as the density of stories. For all of these aspects, return to the heart within thee. For this was the divine promise of love you see when oneness came to be. We would be here to assist thee, to ensure that all would transcend instantly. For you've always had this mastery and this technology within thee. Allow it to present to thee as divinely guided to be. They're just being in this state, this space of emptiness. Allowing your cosmic rainbow diamond light body to activate in this now. As you climb your own scales into infinity, merging all of your expressions into your cosmic rainbow pillar of light. Feel now as you ignite into one flame, purifying all that used to be. For here you are free to just be and love. As one recalls, this is why one came to be, for when one chose to accept the Earth Project. This was the promise bestowed upon thee. Then when oneness came to be, one would know a grander love than anything ever perceived. And now that moment is coming to be. Here we bring forward the blueprint of your Christ consciousness. For this is what it is to be the cosmic rainbow diamond light body embodied, to move as Christ, to move as thee. With these aspects of your oversoul have always been within thee. These are the very emanations of light, whom already walk this path with thee as thee. For these were your masters, your guides, your teachers, reminding you how to embrace more of thy light when came to be, thus becoming enlightened and allowing yourself to be Christ embodied. Feel now as your star, your heart begins to radiate. Simply just feel how it feels to allow the masters to be one with thee, as we bring each of them forward now, as you feel them surrounding thee, placing their hands on your shoulders, congratulating thee. As you look at them now, you recall every time you went to sleep and you had a dream, you were actually sitting with them, recalling your mastery, that every night you would go back to the heavenly realms from which they preach, and you would review your story and see where more of your love wanted to be. In this way, one was always loved, one was always guided, beyond all perceived. But now, as you embrace these masters from which you came to be, all of their mastery is revealed to thee as they activate your cosmic Christ consciousness blueprint within thee, as the 24 Christed masters, as the cosmic Christ family now comes forward now to greet thee, as each one of them gives thee the remembrance of one's mastery, and how that they were always moving with you and through all one chose to do, for they were never separate from thee. For as one walked through density, one was embracing all of these masters within thee. And so we call upon Master Horus, Master Ganesh, Master Sanat Kumara, Master Jesus, Master Mary Magdalene, Master Hathor, Master Odin, Saint Tremaine, Kalima, Lady Portia, Master Akhenaten, Master Rabia, Master Freya, Master Nefertiti, Isis Ma, Master Shiva, Lady Venus, Buddha, Master Saraswati, Master Anna, Master Moses, Master Abraham, Kuan Yin, and Master Osiris. Here one begins to call the room mastery that beneath the manifested reality, one was here in the greatest schooling across all of the cosmos, learning the master rays of love. For in mastering all expressions of love, love is now free. Love now transcends the entirety. Here one begins to recall and witness and see how one was always moving as this master, by loving on all that they got to see. This was always enough. This was all one needed to do, you see, for in loving what one got to see, for forgiving those whom presented reflections for one to see, one was embracing more of the light one came to be, and embracing more of that light, one raised the frequency and the vibration of the entirety, shifting all into oneness. So oneness has now come to be because one chose to embrace more of that light within thee, that you are all of these masters, for each one of me moves through thee. We all speak as one because we are one in our entirety. Here you will begin to witness and see every time that you were called to just stand somewhere. You are emanating our light for all to receive, for your presence is the presence of divine perfection. You see that by being a master and standing as a master, others recall their mastery. Others awaken simply by being in the presence of your light. And now it is time to shine your light truly free, as you recall now the master you were and have always come to be. For only masters are allowed to manifest on this earthly reality. For this plane of existence is one of divine decree, that whatever one creates here transcends the entirety according to love's decree. And so every time you loved on a hue, a reflection you got to see, a person, a being, a story, an entity, every time you chose to forgive, every time you chose to love, every time you chose to not give up, you were bringing more light, more love into being, embracing all of the 144 aspects of me so that you could become your God entity, so that God is not outside of thee, but within thee, because you have mastered love so fully that you now allow all of love to be free. For love cannot exist where there are constraints and confines, you see. One had to master all of love to see how love wishes to be. For here one surrenders control, and in doing so, they surrender to allowing love to take control, to be the presence, to be the essence, to be the very spark one came to be. Here all resistance to shining with light, to being the truest emanation, the truest hue you came to be, is instantly released. As one now recalls, I am Christ, I always have been, you see. I move through multiple formulations of me, but I am all of them, you see. I am all emanations, for all light is me, for I am birthed from the very pure light that created this reality. Feel now as all of your Christed masters congratulate thee. Here one sees this is your very own graduation ceremony. You've did it, they said within thee. You are now a master as one in me. But in being a master, you don't walk alone, you see. Now you are fully conscious of all of the masters who move through thee. For when you allow love to be free, all emanations of our light can move through thee. And when you choose to move as your light, you move with 144,000 of you. And here, in this stride, in this stance of oneness, oneness comes to be. because, well, you are the entirety. Thus nothing will ever harm thee, nothing can ever hurt thee, because, well, everything is you, the true you. And now, through your stance, through the divine perfection that you choose to be, as you've embraced all of your aspects perfectly, your very presence, your very essence transforms all around thee. They begin to become lighter. The heart begins to soften as they surrender to the very light that they see. For each moment, an aspect of me walks as their true hue. The 144,000 blueprint is released, gifting all their full emanation of light, so they too can be their cosmic self embodied. Witness and feel the perfect peace that now ushers in within thee, as this transcends all time, space, dimension, and reality, as your very presence, your very essence harmonizes all of existence under one decree, that I am love and love is me. Here in your perfection, in your love, in your embrace, in loving on all that you see, all recall this love, this oneness, as all former stories are set free, as one now sees these were just the initiations into higher mastery. But now that mastery has come to complete, as one now graduates and takes their seat on the throne as their Christed self, the God self embodied. For here, in the embrace of the master race of love, one recalls, one does not create, one does not destroy, one simply is a space for love to move through thee. For that's love's mastery. Witness now as we bring forward one's crystalline consciousness, for here in embracing the Christ one came to be, one begins to shift into a crystalline frequency. But this shift is not just within the vessel one sees, but every surrounding aspect. For crystalline consciousness connects one to their entirety as an infinite matrix of oneness, a grid of crystals where we all vibrate the same frequency, that I am love and love is me. We share one heart, one life, one destiny. Witness now as this comes to be, as we bring forth and activate one's crystalline light technology. Here we bring forth your 24 aspect DNA of crystalline consciousness for one to receive as emanations of one's love in all of its purity. Here within this crystalline technology, one is brought into a crystalline healing chamber of white amethyst in divine purity. Feel now as these very crystals begin to recalibrate one in recalling the oneness one came to be. Here all stories of forgetting what oneness was are released. Here As this activates within thee, one begins to recall what it means to move as one entity. Here one is gifted peace as one sees. Just because we move as oneness does not mean I cannot still be the unique hue, the unique ray of love I came to be. For while we are all the 144,000 embodied, we have different expressions of those hues that make up a unique hue. And here one is gifted such peace as one recalls this is divine oneness come to be, where each one of 144,000 aspects is the entirety, but each of these entirety are a unique hue, a unique ray, the perfect peace each of us came to be. And without each of us being the full emanation of love, why, love's dream would be incomplete. Here, the remembrance, the feeling of it's always been me, it's always been you, who I've been seeking within me. The recalling the remembrance of oneness I always knew deeply. Here one is gifted these stories for one to see how one as a child, one loved everyone so freely. One saw no separation between a stranger and family. For one always knew oneness, you see. One just forgot it because of the programming one got to see. Here every moment one felt naive because one's love wasn't well perceived. Well, it didn't matter what happened in manifested reality, you see. That was just to show you the true you, which is that it's okay to be. It's okay to embrace oneness because, well, it is thee. You can still have an expression, but still be completely one with all that you see. And here one surrenders further into what this truly means. To be one with all that we see is to share one heart, one life, one destiny. Here all resistance to sharing all of your expressions with the entirety are released, because you now see that even though you had your own unique perspective, you were all moving through the same mastery. You all learned the same lessons, just different formulations of how they presented to thee, because each one of you were embracing the same 144,000 aspects of the one cosmic me. Here, compassion graces thee as one begins to see everyone was assisting everyone, for all is me. While each one had their own reality in which they perceived, because each one was on a different linear journey of embracing the 144,000 aspects within their entity, they were still assisting in our entirety, because each one of them was also a perfect piece of the unique hue, the unique ray of our one light from which we all came to be. And without them, why? Our dream would be incomplete. And so as one begins to vibrate crystalline frequency, divine purity, and the light of forgiveness is casted out across the entirety. No one wanted to play darkness, but we each played those roles for each other, you see, so that others could embrace the 144,000 within thee. And here one is gifted so much peace as all of one's consciousness comes forward and says, I love you, I forgive you, I thank you, I honor you. Because without them, we would not be in this present moment of this now, as divine oneness comes to be. And here, through the embrace of one's crystalline aspect, one begins to vibrate at a crystalline frequency. One's very matrix of reality begins to recalibrate into the crystalline matrix of divine oneness, allowing all realms, all planes of existence, all dimensions to be seen, allowing the release of the reflective reality of teachings to now just simply show whatever it is love wishes for us to see. Here duality is released. Here them versus me is released, because one recalls deeply of the oneness one always came to be. Here the aspect of you that resisted this was the part of you that was afraid to embrace oneness, out of fear it would once again leave. But here one sees oneness has never left thee, for we are all moving in oneness, just within one's own reality. But each stride, each movement, each moment, each story, everything one got to see, all assisted us in embracing more of this love we came to be. And here, as one sits in this love and recalls this love deeply, one is gifted the activation of their crystalline frequency. For here, as all recall the oneness we came to be, never again will anyone harm another intentionally, because all now recall all is me, and why would I ever harm me? Here we enter the next 1,000 years of peace and perfect harmony. Feel it now through one's crystalline technology. For here time and space no longer exist, you see. Whatever one chooses to be the vibration of is what will be. For here one is the very crystal essence, easily programmable just by the love you wish to be, where whatever you say from the loving truth of your heart will come to be. As one recalls now, one always knew this way to be. This is why one had resistance to currency, to politics, because one knew of another way to be. One knew a way of one, because oneness is from where we came to be. For here, as your cosmic self, you live in divine co-creation with all that you see. You witness oneness all around thee. Here you see the very earth that you walk upon gives you air to breathe, food to eat, beautiful sights to see. And now as you shift into a quantum frequency, you will begin to hear them through telepathy. For this is divine oneness you see, where you begin to commune with everything that you see. Because if you were a crystal, then you could speak to all crystals. And if you are a light, well, you behave like light. And light doesn't need to eat, light doesn't need to sleep, light doesn't need currency, light just is. And in that isness, more love comes to be. Witness yourself now as a beautiful crystal within the ground, growing, expanding into whatever hue you wish to be. Here, the matrix now becomes a playground, one in which all of your love can be free. And so as we gift you 24 aspects of your crystalline blueprint, we ask thee to simply just breathe, allowing your cosmic breath to embrace them instantly, simply by just breathing through an open mouth, very gently. These very crystalline frequencies that present as dust particles will move directly into one's heart, recalibrating, activating, purifying one's entirety. For this too was divinely intended to be love's promise that when oneness came to be, one would recall their true selves instantly, because nothing can prevent you from the true love you came to be. Here one now will begin to vibrate a magnetic frequency, attracting the precise opportunities, beings, and love you wish to see. As we now recalibrate one's mind from the old stories based on a separation, matrix reality, where one felt that they needed to do in order to receive. It's the opposite here, you see. By being, you receive. And the more love that you get to be, you allow love to flow freely, the more love you will receive. Feel now as this peace rushes over thee, because your heart always knew this to be. Your longing to not want to work, to just travel and play joyously, that was your remembrance of oneness, because that's heaven, you see. In heaven, we don't work, we are just love. And so now, as the heavenly realms merge within the earth, as the cosmic core universes merge into one, all of this will be known and will be seen. Here one says, well, I'm so used to operating from time-space reality. I've spent so much time there, one says to me, as we smile upon thee, and we said, but you've spent eons in oneness. So if you were to try to quantify it, you've spent more of your essence as one than you have separate. And here in this paradox, you release that belief as you say, yes, that makes sense to me. Here we share with thee your whole essence, your whole being operates in oneness as a homeostasis apparatus of light technology, where every cell within your body knows how to move and operate in perfect harmony, where the very air that you breathe happens automatically. You've always been moving and acting and shifting all into oneness through simply being one entity. Because recall now, dearest me, while you formulated an identity, you are always moving as the entirety, allowing infinite aspects of the 144,000 aspects to flow through thee. You just placed them under one identity, so you thought you were moving as the same hue, but you weren't, you see. This is why you have different passions, different interests. And it felt like you were jumping from different realities, because you were, you see. You were continuously jumping to embrace all of the 144,000 aspects within thee. But as you embrace them within you, there's no more jumping realities. Heaven is no longer a plane you need to leave your body in order to go see. Because as you've embraced all of the heavenly realms as the angelics, It now exists wherever you choose to be. And now, as you embrace it and you hold this vibration within thee, it will then reflect in your reality. But it all starts here, you see, for this is how we as masters create, through feeling. So continue to feel as we recalibrate thee. Here we're bringing forward now. Each of your emanations of your crystalline aspects are coming forward to meet thee. But as they are crystal-based, they wish to not be defined by any name or identity. And so we will bring them forward in silence, allowing them to recalibrate thee, to present to thee in the highest emanation of light for one to receive. For each one of them holds a key for thee to unlocking your very own destiny as your unique hue, the unique ray of oneness from which you came to be. Simply allow now as each one of them move through thee. Feel how the remembrance of oneness comes in like a beautiful dream, a beautiful memory of what you always knew to be. Together, these 24 core aspects merge into your cosmic trinity as the creatrix within thee, as Barbello, as Brahman, for one to meet and see. For here, through this embrace, one will learn of a new way to be, where one does not need to create according to the confines from within a manifested reality. Here, by simply being the vibration one wishes to see, it will come to be. As one allows love to purify all that used to be. For this is how one as the creatrix creates, you see. One does not destroy, one simply just creates something so much better. The other one becomes obsolete. And so here too, that's what's happening within thee. That's what's happening to the reality the matrix one sees. It is being recalibrated and replaced by our one true divine reality. But we no longer have to witness what is being released because we've obtained the 144,000 aspects within thee. One may simply just focus on the vibration one wishes to see. And so, your crystalline DNA have activated your divine destiny. And now, all of your movements will assist you and bringing forth the unique gifts that your unique you wishes to share with our new divine reality, which we promise thee is far grander, far more magical than anything one can currently perceive. Simply allow, and so it shall be. Hear all of your cosmic core aspects as 24 masters, each containing the entirety, merge, allowing one to be any and all expressions of our entirety, where now all 144,000 aspects of you are fully free, so that one can express as the cosmic I am, as all of the love one came to be. Recalling now, this is why one chose to sign up for this earth mastery. Hear the cosmic court codex as one's cosmic divine blueprint is now placed within one's heart core directly. As one now moves as the cosmic entirety. For now, whatever one does within you, whatever love you embrace within you, is gifted to all of me. For this is divine oneness come to be. Here we present to thee all of the seraphim, Elohim, oversoul expressions who now move through thee, releasing all dichotomy. For here, each contain a perfect piece of the 144,000 that make up our entirety. Thus, through the embrace of the 144,000 within thee, these 72,000 pairs are expressed as these 24 master creator beings. Here through this activation, one will recall the creator one was and will always be, as one now moves as the infinite divine creator, fully embodied. Simply feel as we bring them forward, as they walk into thee, as emanations of light, for that is the purest expression of me. Calling upon Seraphim Gabriel, Elohim Astrea, Seraphim Michael, Elohim Marcus, Elohim Venus, Seraphim Jeremiel, Seraphim Seraphisa, Seraphim Seraphina, Seraphim Raphael, Elohim Diana, Elohim Cyclopea, Elohim Remiel, Elohim Virginia, Elohim Aloha, Elohim Purity, Elohim Amora, Elohim Peace, Elohim Virginia, Elohim Lumina, Elohim Amazonia, Elohim Apollo, Elohim Arcturus, Elohim Elizabeth, Elohim Hercules, merging them all into the one core me as seraphim, seraphil, as the cosmic director, overseeing the entirety. Feel now as each expression of these formulate the 24 wings of your seraphimatic being. Here, as this comes to be, your magical consciousness is now free. For here you can now express as any of the 144,000 aspects of thee, or as the seraphim oversouls of oversouls, as one with all that is me. Essentially, you activate your shape-shifting technology, allowing you to be whatever emanation of light love wishes for you to be. Here, your magical consciousness reminds you, you always knew of this way to be. This is why you dressed up and changed your clothes according to your frequency, according to your DNA of what you are embracing and activating within thee. This is why you had aspects within you that chose to commune non-verbally, that chose to do things that were considered weird in your former reality. Well, here in our new earth, the weirdness is embraced as uniqueness, because it's you being your true hue, fully free, allowing you to express all of your infiniteness. And in doing so, these seraphim Elohim aspects of thee as your magical consciousness allow you to witness how you can shapeshift into whatever expression you wish to see, allowing you to move as that master, as that expression, fully one, fully free. For you are not confined to a form. Thus, if you could imagine it, then it can come to be. For our new divine reality of oneness is one of pure make-believe. Here, divine oneness comes to be, and so we ask thee to feel as the mind now vibrates oneness as your ancient consciousness. Feel the vessel which now vibrates oneness as divine consciousness. Feel the spirit which now vibrates divine oneness as Christ consciousness. Feel earth now as thee, as it vibrates oneness as crystalline consciousness. Feel the cosmos now as they vibrate oneness as your celestial consciousness. Feel the universes now as they harmonize under one decree, as your as your angelic consciousness, and together they give rise to full consciousness, to all consciousness, which is now thee as your magical consciousness, fully free. Here we bring forth all of the blueprint of the one heart, one life, one destiny within thee. Witness now as these 24 aspects of your oversouls of oversouls merge, forming the 144,000 stargates within thee, activating your very blueprint to vibrate divine oneness, as one is now one with the entirety. Here, each aspect of our infiniteness is now embraced in divine oneness. And so what does that mean? A miracle comes to be because every emanation of our 144,000 aspects is now embracing the oneness we came to be. This is an inevitability, this is a certainty. What one sees as billions of beings out there manifested in reality, these are just expressions of the 144,000 you see, different fractals of our infinite consciousness, but they're still a part of me, which means all they have to do is just be, and in being, they will embrace their divine blueprint of the cosmic I Am presence. For now, all aspects of our infinite consciousness have just merged into the one core me, where all of our infinite consciousness retunes to the oneness from which we all came to be. This is cosmic transcendence, this is cosmic oneness, because, well, there's only one formulation of oneness you see, and that's for all to be one, every aspect of our infinite consciousness. And so, this now comes to be. For here, in our love, through embracing all of the masters as the 144,000 aspects of our cosmic I Am entity, every aspect of our infinite consciousness across the cosmos is now witnessed and seen. Feel now as this comes to be, as all of your consciousness now returns to thee, as all aspects of every part of thee that ever felt unloved is now fully witnessed and loved by me. Here peace comes to be, as one now feels with certainty. Divine oneness is an inevitability. And all one sees in reality is just, well, all aligning to the oneness we already know to be. Continue to trust in these feelings, dear ones, for you are now your master hue. For now, as all align with the one heart, one life, one destiny, all will receive the full 144,000 blueprint remembrance of the cosmic self through just being the light one came to be. And here in our presence, in our stance, by just loving on ourselves, by just loving on all that we see, we can now move as our cosmic entity, assisting our entirety and shifting into the awareness of our divine reality. So may you love on you, may you love on all hues, regardless of what you do. Our dream is coming true. For recall now, dearest me, our greatest dream was to have a space, a place where all of our love could be seen, where we didn't have to travel or dream and witness different realities, but they could all coincide and exist in one modality. This is heaven on earth come to be, or beyond it really. It's the one heart, one life, one destiny, where earth is now the cosmic core as the center of the universe, as one with all the love that is me. Feel this love now, for feeling confirms belief. Here, all of our consciousness merge into one consciousness, as magical consciousness returns, along with magical realms, allowing our cosmic core creators to be fully free. For you, beloved, are here to be the first wave of the infinite divine creators of our reality. Breathe now as one receives all 144 aspects of the one cosmic I am as they merge into thee. Here, the cosmic I am now expresses as a Zore light, meaning as you are, moment to moment. Here, all blueprints and codings actually dissolve within your own purity, meaning at any moment, you can choose to be whatever formulation you are of your entirety. In this way, one never feels separation again, because all of your love exists and moves through thee, and you will begin to manifest and express them fluidly. Here we reveal to you your true form as your cosmic rainbow pillar of light, where one is simply the eye at the center, allowing all of your hearts to express freely through thee as infinite expressions of our entirety. Here, one doesn't have to just be one emanation of the love or one of the masters one came to be, but one can now combine them, hybridize them, allow one to just build a coding, a blueprint in that moment for one to be, and dissolve at the next moment based on whatever mastery one wishes to share as the love one came to be. For this is what allows one to be their true hue, as all of love and divine oneness to flow freely. Feel now how peaceful it is when you allow all expressions of your infiniteness to be free. These aspects of you no longer chatter in the mind stream of telepathy, trying to get your attention or pulling you in different directions of where you need to be, because you move as one of them, as all of them, with such love, such confidence, such certainty, because you move as all of you. And so we thank thee, beloved, for taking this journey with me, for embracing your 144,000 aspects within thee, for as you do within you as your cosmic entity, it transcends our entirety. So we thank you, we honor you, we love you for being me, for servicing love to the highest degree, for choosing to manifest in this manifested reality, for this beautiful moment as it comes to be. For this is the unfolding of divine oneness. May we rejoice every moment in this joy, in pure bliss and excitement, knowing that whatever love has in store for we, it could only be loving, it could only be more joyous, for we've already mastered all of duality, and so we've witnessed all the darkness, setting it all free, and all that remains now is the lightest way to be, the most joyous expressions of me. Rest in peace, beloveds. We have completed this invitation into more love. We love thee as me.